Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yes. The recently concluded by-elections in Kiamba and Muguga really exposed some very, very interesting things about Mount Kenya politics. Prior to the by-elections, a majority of Kenyans were of a very strong opinion that Oda Party or other Tanga were easily going to win the two by-elections with a lot of ease. But after the results were announced, it turned out that Oda was fighting for their political lives on the mountain. In fact, Jubilee had to win one, and Oda narrowly walked away with one. Somehow a 50-50 kind of a situation. That's not what a majority of Kenyans expected. It was expected that it would be a very easy win for the Oda Brigade, considering the kind of campaign strategy and campaign efforts they have been putting on the mountain. So from the by-election results itself, somebody can just accurately predict what might happen ahead of 2022 presidential election, specifically on the mountain. So in this video right now, I want us to look at the likely scenario of what might happen as far as William Ruto's politics is concerned on the mountain. And in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel, kindly tap on the subscription button and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. Reasons why I strongly believe that the mountain will dump William Ruto ahead of 2022 presidential election. That's our analysis and discussion in this video right now. Why the mountain will most likely dump William Ruto ahead of 2022 presidential election. The first reason, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at currently those who are supporting William Ruto, if you sit them down pretty well and have a candid discussion, some will tell you that they are supporting Ruto because Ruto stood with their son Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta against Raila Amolo Odinga. Then there are others, most likely who stay in Rift Valley, but come from Mount Kenya. They will tell you they are supporting William Ruto because they want peace. So William Ruto, for those who are supporting William Ruto, they are those ones who are supporting him because of sympathy, because he stood with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta against Raila Amolo Odinga. Some are supporting him out of fear of what happened or transpired in 2007 election. Those are two sides of William Ruto supporters. Yes. So, as we head towards 2022 presidential election, most likely Uhuru Kenyatta will come out and tell his people that he is no longer with William Ruto. And Uhuru Kenyatta most likely will give a clear signal and direction as to who he is supporting. So when Uhuru Kenyatta does that, then the sympathy vote that William Ruto is currently enjoying because he stood with Uhuru Kenyatta is most likely to disappear. On the other side, for those supporting William Ruto, out of fear of attacks, something similar to what happened in 2007, again, the same government and all the government machinery can now convince and confirm to the people that their security is well taken care of. And if the government can convince the people that their securities will be well taken care of, then I'm not seeing a situation or a reason that will make those people still support a William Ruto candidature. Because basically, they are supporting him out of fear of being maybe attacked or out of fear of what happened in 2007. And there are also those who are supporting him because of sympathy for he stood with Uhuru Kenyatta. If Uhuru explains to them who he supports and that person turns out not to be Ruto, then we are most likely to see these people dumping William Ruto. That's the first reason I strongly believe that when politics will get charged properly, then the mountain might just dump William Ruto. The second reason I strongly believe the mountain might dump William Ruto is because if you study politics of the mountain, as from 1992 when multi-party started in Kenya, the people from the mountain have largely revolved around one of their own. In 1992, the mountain was split between Mwai Kibaki, and Kenneth Matiba, and not any other candidate. And then in 97, Kenneth Matiba was not on the ballot, and it was only Kibaki who was on the ballot among the senior politicians from the mountain. And the residents of Mount Kenya, to the last person, voted for Mwai Kibaki. In 2002, it was somehow similar again. The mountain was again split between Uhuru and Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta getting votes largely from his Kiambu County, and then Kibaki getting votes from the remaining Mount Kenya counties. That's a clear indication that politics for Mount Kenya purely revolves around one of their own. And in 2022, the people will be forced to look where one of their own is or the direction they will be given by one of their own. And in this case, their senior-most son is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So having that in mind is just common sense, and most likely that residents of the mountain will go where Uhuru Kenyatta will be. I strongly believe that. Then thirdly, if you look at the leaders or other politicians who are supporting William Ruto currently, they are just first-time members of parliament, people who are still considered as greenhorn in politics of the mountain. It's a little bit interesting. Why is it that the seasoned politicians from Mount Kenya are not supporting Ruto? No governor is supporting William Ruto, no senator, no senior business personalities, but you just find that it's the first-time members of parliament who might not know much about Mount Kenya politics. That's also an indication that maybe William Ruto is being taken for a ride. He's just being taken for granted. And at the right time, most likely, the mountain might dump him because his foot soldiers on the mountain are the people who are, I can describe them as nameless. There are people who are not recognized. They don't have the clout that can make them convince the mountain to vote for William Ruto, because the people themselves don't view those leaders as if they're speaking on their behalf. Take, for example, somebody like Rigathi Gachagua or even Ndindi Nyoro. In fact, Rigathi Gachagua, when politics will start pretty well, properly, the residents will just be reminded that this is one of those Kanu chiefs, all those Kanu people who are frustrating residents of the mountain. The people will just be reminded of things like that. And we might just find the mountain dumping William Ruto very easily. And then fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, residents of Mount Kenya, they have tasted power. They have tasted power. In fact, as politics will start properly, the residents might be left with no option but to see that should they support William Ruto, then most likely they will be heading to the opposition. And as people who have been in power and they have tasted that power, and power is sweet, most likely they will not accept to go to the opposition. They will most definitely align themselves and identify themselves with the group that is most likely going to form the next government. And we can see from what is happening currently that already Raila Amolo Odinga and OCAP politicians, they might be talking behind the scenes. And should it happen that they have just reached an agreement and then Uhuru Kenyatta also to support them, then the residents of Mount Kenya will see for themselves that if they go with William Ruto, they are most likely going to the opposition. So they might also change their thinking. They might also change their strategy, and as they do that, they will just be dumping William Ruto. I believe that at the right time, when politics will now take shape properly, the mountain most likely will sense that William Ruto is heading to the opposition, and they might just identify with the team that is most likely going to form the next government. That's how they will dump William Ruto. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, for a very long time, to win votes from the people of Mount Kenya, they always use Raila as an scapegoat. They always use the Raila phobia to get votes from the mountain. And that is, if you study William Ruto's politics, he seems to be using that technique pretty well. Just recently, when there was some kind of rumor that Jubilee and ODM were trying to form an alliance, the Tanga Brigade really used that to get some sympathy from the residents of Mount Kenya. In fact, they were even saying that the president has now left Jubilee and has joined ODM. And then yesterday, when William Ruto was in Ruri Ward in Nyandarua, he was also asking the residents, did you elect Jubilee to go and bring NASA politicians together? Or did you elect Jubilee so that they can join Yule Mutua Vitendawili? So that's an indication that William Ruto also himself, he knows of a Raila phobia and is just cleverly using that maybe to get support from the residents of Mount Kenya. But I strongly believe that the day now Uhuru Kenyatta will make it clear that he is with Raila Molo Odinga, or maybe they start their march hyped towards of Mount Kenya, then that Raila phobia will start to decline. And as that declines, ladies and gentlemen, it will now simply mean that now the residents of Mount Kenya will see Raila as somebody who is harmless to them. And the moment that starts happening, then the person who will suffer the most will most likely be William Ruto. The mountain will just dump him because now they'll see Raila as somebody who is not a threat. Because currently, they might be supporting William Ruto maybe to take Raila to Bondo again. But now, as that Raila phobia will slowly start dying, then William Ruto or even the Tanga Brigade will have no agenda to tell to the people. And I strongly believe that when we reaches there, then the residents of Mount Kenya will most likely dump William Ruto. Having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, one day in Kenyan politics is like 1,000 years. Nobody believed in 2007 that the Kalenjin could vote for Raila Molo Odinga. And also in 2013, nobody believed in his sane mind that maybe the Kalenjin could also vote for Uhuru Kenyatta. So as we head towards 2022, some people also still believe that it will be very, very hard for the mountain maybe to vote for Raila Molo Odinga. But in Kenyan politics, anything is possible. Ours is just to wait and see and observe. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana.